You're watching KHQA This Morning. It's your news now.
5:15, time to check in with our friend Kristen Aguirre, who was live out and about this morning.
Yeah, Kristen, what are you up to?
Go ahead and take a turn.
I am rolling up my sleeves this morning and getting ready to do some ceramics. Right now, we are prepping the clay. What was it called again?
Wedging.
Wedging. Already learned something new. So coming up later in the show, we're going to go through all the steps from ceramics and what you can expect from the class that starts this January here at John Wood Community College.
Cool. She's getting her hands dirty.
I'm glad she didn't say she was wedging.
Oh, yeah.
Wedging what?
Beforehand, because I think people would have misheard and said that she had...
What? Okay. Yeah.
Kristen Aguirre out and about this morning in Q-Town.
Yeah, how's it going, Kristen? Getting a little dirty.
Yes, I am. I'm rolling my sleeves and I am definitely getting a little dirty. I'm learning all about ceramics. John Wood is offering a ceramics class come this January, and we're going to show you a little of the details that go into the class. So with me now is Jen Teeter. It's for beginners, right?
It is for beginners, so no experience is required. Just come in and want to have fun.
And what are they going to be learning in this class?
Well, it's a college credit class, so it's a basic ceramics beginning class. It's an art class. You learn about design and also all the techniques that go along with ceramics. And so you'll be pinching and coiling and slabbing and also throwing on the pottery wheel. So learning all sorts of different techniques and also how to fire a kiln.
Ooh, exciting. Yeah. So right now we are doing basics because I know barely anything about ceramics. What are we doing here?
Well, right now we've already wedged our clay, which basically we kneaded it like bread. And so now what we're going to do is, one of the simplest techniques is just pinching out a bowl. And so what you want to start with is putting your thumb in there, real deep, and then you can actually pinch, go all the way in as far as you can. See how deep that is? Yeah. And then pinch and turn and pinch and turn and pinch and turn and get your pinch all the way down to the bottom. So you're pinching to the bottom of that wall, and then you want to rotate and you want to try to make those walls nice and even. And so you can imagine, like thousands of years ago, this is how people who would have dug clay out of the ground would have started to make vessels and containers.
Wow, and then another way you said is we can do just
the punching.
This is my favorite one, get out the aggression. Well, I'm going to continue to make my bowl here, and coming up later in the show, we're going to show you other things that the class will offer.
I thought she was going to say make my day.
I'm a little concerned because I asked her what kind of pot she was making me when she left, and now I know she's angry at me. And
this is for you, Chad.
Well, I look
Have
forward
fun, Kristen.
to that. Kristen Aguirre is here this morning. Howdy, Kristen.
Hi, yes, I am here learning the basics of ceramics. Now, John Wood has held this class for years, but you're kind of looking for more people to get involved in it.
We are, yeah. We need at least 7 or 8 people to have the class to make a go, so the more the better.
And so we're showing you a little sneak peek of what you can learn if you take the ceramics class. Jen actually knows all about ceramics. How long have you been teaching it?
Oh, I've been teaching at John Wood since 2009, but I've been teaching ceramics for several years. I have my master's in ceramics and also my bachelor's, so I love clay.
What kind of drew you to this?
Well, you know, I have an aunt and a cousin who are potters, and my mother was an elementary art teacher for 33 years, so it was just kind of something that I came into and just fell in love with. So.
What's your favorite part of ceramics?
Oh, I would say because it's so intimate and immediate. It's an intimate process and you get immediate results. And then there's also a longer process to actually get to a finished product. So it's, you know, there's some science to it as well. So there's a lot of things I like.
You know, I've done a ceramic segment with you before, but I really like how it almost makes you have a connection with earth.
Absolutely, yeah, it comes straight out of the ground, and so yeah, you're definitely like feeling, you're shaping, you know, things that have were made clay years and years ago. So like rock formations breaking down actually made clay, and so like the glacier movements actually deposited clay. And so there's so many years that have gone. Like what is in this clay that we're touching right now? Who knows?
We can actually get clay from the ground.
Yes. Yeah. And Quincy has a lot of clay. If you actually dig it up, a good way to test if you have clay in the ground is to roll a little coil and wrap it around your finger, and if it doesn't break, then you've got some nice clay that you can actually use to make things and fire things with.
Awesome. Well, I hope my landlord isn't watching, because later I'm going to go into my yard and kind of see what clay I can find in the back.
Good luck digging. I'll bring we won't tell.
Yeah, because the ground might be kind of hard.
Yeah.
Live in Quincy this morning,
yeah.
showing off our crafty side.
How's it going, Kristen?
It's going really good. I'm here at John Wood Community College learning all about their ceramics class they'll be offering this upcoming January. We talked a little bit about wedging before and how to make basic shapes with bowling. Now we're moving on to coiling.
Coiling, and so to make a base of a coil pot, an easy thing to do is start out with a ball and flatten it into a disc. And so because you start out with a ball, you end up with something round. And then you want to put some water on there, and water is like glue to clay. And you can start adding a coil, and you want to show yours because you're much further along.
So we've been working on my coiling this. This is going to be a vase, and John and I coined a phrase because I have a lot of little flaws, and she said that every time you have a flaw, you just make a little button like this, and you can use a tool to make designs on it, and then you just put it where the flaw is. So we said in life, when there's a flaw, just put a button on it. I'm going to say it all day now, so use my new phrase. Also, our cameraman Mark, he has also been working on his little crafty side, and we have a wolf here. He named it, it's called the Nothing. And it's very interesting. It actually got stuck to the table a little bit earlier, and I tweeted out a picture of what that looked like. It's very interesting, so you should go check out our Twitter page. But now I'm continuing on my vase. For beginners, this is so simple to keep doing this.
Yes, but you know, actually in the class there's going to be certain specifications and things to problem solve, and I'll give you challenges. So we're just kind of playing and having fun with the basics today. But for the class, you'll be challenged.
My favorite thing about ceramics though is also that every time you mess up, you can always go ahead and just turn it right into a ball and start over something new. So coming up later in the show, we are actually going to continue learning all about ceramics, and I'm going to be able to get on the wheel.
Ooh, well,
fun.
Very nice. We took yesterday's weather and put a button on it.
Yes.
So loud.
Over
Is it
here.
okay?
It's totally fun. I can.
Me too.
I hear noises.
I hear. All right. Here we go.
Kristen Aguirre.
It's the wheel, I think.
It's the wheel. Cue the music from Ghost.
I brought the syrup with me.
Good. That makes complete
I don't know.
sense.
It was in my hand. I don't know. Kristen is making some pottery this morning. How's it going?
It's going good. I hope you guys are saving me a cupcake. Please, no bacon in one. Well, right here I am at John Wood Community College learning all about ceramics. They have a class this coming January that you are able to sign up for even if you don't want any college credit, right?
Right, you can sign up for no college credit yet.
Okay, so we have moved up from wedging to coiling, and now are my favorite parts.
All right, so we're on the potter's wheel, and we've already centered our clay in the very middle, which is one of the hardest things to do. And so what we're going to do is we're going to start and open it up. And so you want to go and lead in with your right hand, and I got my middle finger because it's the longest, and lead in and go right down into the center. Push, and you can use the other hand to push on top of that. Right in the center. There you go. And then what you can do is you can actually pull it open. So get in there, and see how I have my left hand right here, and I'm kind of racing my thumb around that, right there. Take this thumb. Yeah. And then pull that open, up against your palm. Stretch that clay open. Yeah, you can be more aggressive with it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, good.
So, and then we just keep doing this?
All right, and then you can actually make it a little taller, okay?
Okay.
So take your hands out of the center, and you're gonna move on to the right-hand side of it.
Okay.
Okay? And so you're gonna get your right hand all the way down to the bottom of the wheel head, and I'm gonna get my fingers across from each other. And I'm gonna squeeze a little bit, and I'm gonna slowly move this clay upwards. So I'm stretching it, and it's called pulling a wall. And it looks easier than it is.
Oh, yes.
So this is something like just like playing an instrument takes practice.
Yeah, because mine's already lopsided, I feel.
You're doing good. Keep going. Go down to the bottom again and try to pull another wall. So get your fingers across from each other. There you go.
This is definitely a lot harder than it looks, guys, but at the same time, it's a lot of fun because I feel like it really connects you to earth. And what was your favorite part about learning about ceramics?
Oh, well, this is such an immediate process. After the learning curve of actually learning how to do it, and then all of a sudden you can create all these things. So then you can make things for your kitchen, you can make things for people to give as presents. I think that was one of the most exciting things when I actually learned how to throw. That was exciting for me, is I could actually make something that could actually be used.
And this is called throwing. And you said you've seen people throw in like in such quick a time.
Yeah, Chinese masters, and even over at SJ Pottery in Bethel, 30 years of potting. To watch them throw is amazing.
All right. Well, if you were interested in seeing Jen throw, you need to check out her ceramics class here at John Wood. And coming up later in the show, we're going to show you some end products that some of her students have actually done.
It looks like it'd be very relaxing.
Yeah.
Just with the hum of the motor and to see it spin around.
And I'm very relaxed.
Getting her craft on.
Yeah, how's it going, Kristen?
I am getting my craft on. All morning I've been learning about the ceramics class that John Wood Community College offers this upcoming January, and we have been getting in touch with our art side. So here are some of Mark's, our camera guy, and mine, our finished product. I have a bowl here, which I am very impressed because I did another segment with Jen when I first started, and it does not look like this, so I'm very excited. This is my vase. As you can see, I needed a few buttons with my flaws. And here's Mark's woof. Very interesting, very good. Mark is very proud of himself as well. I encourage you to tweet me and tell me who you think is the better crafter. I'm gonna go ahead and say me, but Jen, what grade would you give us?
You know, well, you didn't have exact assignments, but for basic things, you guys both may have an A. You guys did fantastic. You really were diligent about finishing your projects and really thought it out. So
yes.
Yeah.
So right now we have here some finished products that some other people that have finished.
Yeah, these are actually some things from my home. This is a piece from SJ Pottery. Joe Jostis made this piece. This is actually a really technical piece called a mocha ware. It's a really nice piece.
It looks so professional.
Yeah, I mean, he's been potting for 30 years, so it's amazing.
I'm so jealous.
Here's someone else who hasn't been potting for that long. He does mostly sculpture, but look at the surface decoration on here. He's got like a really nice story that he's telling on here. So your pieces aren't done until you've actually got him all the way fired. And he has a really nice little thing on the bottom, nice little surprise. So really thought out.
So these are some of the things that your students would kind of be finishing and creating in your class?
Yeah, these are things that we're going to look at, and also look at other artists that have created other things to inspire us, and then also that they can use these ideas in their own work to practice.
Why do you think art is so important, whether it's in taking class or just having it in your daily life?
Oh, just enrichment for your daily life. I mean, what would life be without art? I don't know.
Well, if you're interested in getting into your art side, make sure you check out the ceramics class that's here at John Wood Community College.
Very nice. Your pot looks very good. And here's from your desk.
Yes.
If we can get close. I don't know if we can.
There you go.
That was
See,
the old
there?
pot guy.
Very nice.
Yeah.
See, I've done better.
Yeah, you did a lot better.
A little lopsided on this, but still
Yeah,
very
that's
nice.
okay.
Has a little,
First and second.
yes,
Very
has
cool.
a little personality to it. Here's your weather.
Well, all morning I have been getting in touch with my artistic side and learning about ceramics. Take a look. Here is our finished product, my bowl, my vase, and cameraman Mark's woof. Now I challenge you to go ahead and take a good look at these products and tweet me on who you think did a better job. I'm going to go ahead and say me, but Mark's woof is pretty cool. If you're interested in getting in touch with your artistic side, make sure you check out John Wood Community College ceramics class that will be offered here at the school coming up in January. To learn more about it, visit our website at connecttristates.com, check out our YouTube page, and we'll have all the links there for you to check out.